There is one particular citizenship program that people ask us about all the time because it seems extremely easy, it's relatively affordable, and it almost seems like a wild west of this industry. And that is exactly why I don't want it. So today we'll speak about the newest changes in that specific program, the constant struggles to maintain its passport and program reputation, and should you, given the newest changes, obtain that passport or not. Hi, I'm Jovana from Nomad Capitalist, where we help 7 and 8 figure entrepreneurs and families go where they are treated the best, and that includes having a second passport, plan A, or a plan B, and generally having options. But you want to have right options. And what we are often counseling people is that you should not go from a fire to a frying pan. And that, in our opinion, is Vanuatu Citizenship by Investment Program. The catch with this program is that Vanuatu is constantly trying to increase its appeal and keeps the program floating above the water. We previously spoke on this channel about EU announcing that they will suspend visa-free access to Vanuatu, and this is something that was supposed to happen in February. However, in February, European Commission announced that they will give additional 8 months to Vanuatu, meaning they will have until August 3rd, 2024, to reform the program to EU satisfaction. So if the program is not reformed by that time, the EU will cancel visa-free access to all Vanuatu citizens, not only to those who got citizenship through investment. And this is the first time the EU will take direct participation in reforming such program. It's usually they just impose pressure for those programs to be cancelled, so it's very refreshing to see this. But it's also at the same time we can expect some drastic changes, and we can see them in tightening up the due diligence process and probably even increasing a list of so-called blacklisted nations or nations that cannot apply for this program. Given the obstacle this passport is facing, the Vanuatu government is trying to improve its appeal by introducing a new option, making its citizenship almost free. And this is why they introduced this government bond option, so investment in government bonds. Bonds are, in this case, not bearing any interest and are dominated in Australian dollars. The Reserve Bank of Vanuatu will issue 500 units of government bonds. Again, no interest, not bearing any interest, and the amount that you need to invest to get Vanuatu citizenship by investment will actually depend of the day of maturity of those bonds. So if bonds are maturing in 24 months, you will need to invest 180,000 Australian dollars. If maturity time is 30 months, you will need to invest 170,000 Australian dollars, or if it's 36 months, 150 Australian dollars. So besides making these significant changes that honestly, when you're just purely looking into that, do have an appeal because they can grant you, as we said, citizenship for almost free. Like obviously you need to pay processing and due diligence fees, but you're effectively getting your money back in 24 to 30 months. What Vanuatu also did, and we can see EU influence over this, is that they have also said that they're not going to issue citizenship, or you cannot apply if you're coming from any nationality that is on United Nations sanction list, which previously was the case, but with certain exemptions. So now, if you hold the nationality of any of those countries, and you cannot demonstrate that you have been residing outside of that country for the last 5 years, you're not eligible. They're also tightening the rules and regulations around due diligence. So anyone who has been convicted previously and have been more than 12 months in jail is now not eligible to apply for this program. Again, that was previously not the case. So given this improvement of conditions, the question is, would we now start recommending this program? And the answer is no. And the reason behind that is that passport is very well known to be bought. So it raised many eyebrows when you're trying to cross the border with this. And the whole European Union black shadow is still over this island, so we do not believe that they will just simply allow them to, regain visa-free access for people who obtained citizenship through this way. So, future is not definitely not bright for this citizenship. So there are, other Caribbean options that are in the same price range, where you can benefit way more from those. And, visa-free options that are granted by Caribbean citizenship probably not going away. Usually people who do not qualify for Caribbean citizenship, either because they are coming from a country that is sanctioned or they have something in their police reports that is not allowed in those specific countries, are looking into Vanuatu. But in our opinion, that's a mistake. If you are looking into obtaining a second citizenship in that price range, there are much better options through naturalization, where in a couple of years down the road, if you just put the time, you can get a second citizenship without those Vanuatu issues. And in most of the cases, you can even get a better second passport. And probably one of the best options that you can pursue if you're really looking for a second citizenship, other than going through this Vanuatu route, is looking if you qualify for any citizenship by descent program. Again, time-wise, you're probably looking into 1 or 2 years, from the moment you start looking from documents, go through application, then waiting for a decision. But money-wise, it's the most affordable option actually, and it does not impose any additional requirement. And with that kind of citizenship by descent, there are no many eyebrows when when you're trying to cross the border. People usually do not qualify you as someone, oh, this is a person that obtained passport through investment, or as it colloquially known, bought a passport.